Okay, first things first, I'll go back to the current save file and save there, and I'm gonna quit because it just occurred to me we did Emira's sequence situation, which means we should have her photo in the gallery now. Let's see, there she is. That is a pretty nice photo. Also, nice to get her in full view. No, it kind of would have been nice to also have her. And I forget what word I used to describe her sporny tail tip. But yeah, it's a nice image. You know, it hadn't even occurred to me how her necklace went in between her back spines like that. Okay, load up. And we're gonna see Adine again. Should be the right address. I'm coming. How's you? I was expecting someone else. You're a little early. I kinda wonder who Adine was expecting. Oh, suddenly bits! Thank you for the bits, Kiba. That is awesome of you. Yeah, I didn't know how long it would take me to get here. Better early than late, right? And there is little Emily, who has no relation to Remy's dead fiancé. Just has a similar name. And who might that be? This is Emily. She's one of the kids I work with. Hello, Emily. Say hi, Emily. Hello. I just had to bring her back to the orphanage real quick. Feel free to make yourself at home in the meantime, okay? Sure. Okay, so during this was the whole magazine personality test thing. I'm not really interested in trying out some of the other answers, so we'll just go ahead and skip ahead. Here we go. This is where we find out about the blueprint. I thought for certain that we needed to hang out with Remy in order to learn something about Adine to get her a good ending, at least initially. I'm told now I don't necessarily have to do that, so whatever we needed to learn, we already know. By the way, could you do me a favor? That depends on the favor, I suppose. It's kind of a long story, but there's something I need. You know some people at the police station, right? Yes. I think they're in a possession of a map related to an underground building they found. Heard about that? That's great. Maybe you can get them to hand it over? It doesn't even have to be the real thing. A copy would be just fine. What do you even need it for? Let's just say I'm interested in doing a little investigation at the place myself. Suddenly wondering, does she wind up dying because of a flying injury, or because she goes to that place to investigate and gets hurt there? Well, we still have a date with Adine that we did not get to do during the last run, so maybe that question will be answered then. What's so special about it? Supposed to be a remnant of an earlier civilization, maybe even something created by humans. Who wouldn't be interested in that? I'd pay it a visit myself if I could. See? I think that if you put your word in, we could easily make it happen. How do I even ask for something like that? Could always say that humanity is interested in it. Honestly, they probably would be. Could you ask them for me, please? I mean, how could I say no to a face like that? I won't promise anything, but I can certainly try. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I didn't know you were into archaeology. I wouldn't care as much if it turned out to be just some old building. The whole thing about it being made by humans is what's really interesting. Why's that? Well, the myths wouldn't be very mythical anymore if that was the case. We'd have proof. And that's so shortly after finding out that humans are in fact real. Yes, what a time to be alive. So you believe in all that stuff? Belief isn't the right word when you're standing right in front of me, you know. That alone is a miracle. I get excited all over again just thinking about it. It kind of makes me wonder what it must be like for celebrities who have friends that are not celebrities. And vice versa. Anyway, all this excitement made me lose track of the time. That late already. I have places to be, especially if I want to make sure my contest application arrives on time. Guess I should be going then. Certainly wouldn't mind if you stopped by again sometime. I will. No politics are going to stop me from that. Will there be any magazines involved? Actually, that magazine doesn't come out that often, so we wouldn't have anything new from them. Could get a different one if you wanted to, though. Don't bother. Hey, if you say so. We have to go, see you around. Alright. Then we come to Chapter 3. And here is where I definitely don't want to do too much skipping yet. Because I wound up accidentally missing a cutscene that I really want to see. How fitting that how fitting and how convenient that we wound up having to do an Adine run proper. So here's this again. Let's just hit the skip button. Anything I can do? Let's just get this over with. And this is where they try to send me home. So don't skip ahead, because you skip ahead too much. Let me see here. Maybe they want to throw a surprise party for us. Yeah, probably not. So this is where we meet with Emira. I wonder if this conversation will be any different now that I've given Emira the big old back massage. Quicker than expected. Greetings. Everything I need right here. Conversation looks to be the same so far. Emira is going to take Bryce off the case for kind of screwing up with Maverick and become Emira's bodyguard slash lackey. Emira's gotten herself a handsome masseuse. How do we know Erika isn't following a similar plan to raise... It looks like this part of the conversation is not the same. I mean, it is the same. It is the same. So, let's just go ahead and skip. Best bet at finding the truth. I'm gonna say that this time. Don't I even get to say goodbye? Let us not waste any more time. You will still be free to send letters after you have arrived on the other side. Just go, Erika. Come on, then. We silent as Sebastian and I slowly made our way to the portal. With each step I took, I drew closer and closer to the hopelessness waiting for me in the ruins of the human world. Cheer up, me. Things are gonna work out. Hopefully. But not without a bit of sadness first. What's going on here? Lost in thought, I hadn't even noticed Adine approach. It's none of your concern. Please leave. Can't I even get a few minutes before I go? I suppose nobody's stopping us, but make it quick. Hey, Erika. What's going on here? Something serious happened. Looks like I have to leave. Right now? Why? It was the minister's decision, not mine. You'll hear all about it soon enough. Does this have anything to do with what I've been hearing? Is Reza really a murderer? I'm afraid so. Oh. Well, what does that make you? I don't have anything to do with that. I was helping the police find him. Then why are you leaving? They don't want me to stay here with all this going on. It's for my own safety. Well, it was nice to get to know you at least. Likewise. I guess I should get going. Goodbye, Erika. Okay. Getting the feeling that this scene... the extra sadness would only come into play if I had achieved an impressed status with Adine. I remember her, witness from Reza's first murder. Did you know her? Yes. I see. Alright. Never mind then. Skip. And the portal is broken. Skip some more. Emma, a conversation with Remy. Dropped it. Tell me something new for once. Someone else dropped it. Don't believe it. Deduct this from your wage again. Not doing this on purpose. So, I don't think anything is going to play out differently here. Only open the door long enough to hand Remy the sheet of paper. Think you dropped this outside. Nah. Played out the same as I remembered it before. So, if you all wanted a heart-wrenching scene with Adine just then, going to have to, well, you guys are going to need to play it yourself and try to get that impressed status with Adine. Me, I'm ready to move on here. So, let's go to the police archives. I know how to get Adine to be impressed. because I accidentally did it on an earlier run. I think it was actually the previous run. I managed to impress her with the questions I asked during Truth or Dare. I'm pretty sure. So if I want to have an impressed run and have that tear-jerking scene, that would mean starting over again, and I'm not sure necessarily that I want to do that. Or do I? I'm not sure I want to do that, especially after talking for the past few minutes about how I don't want to do that. Do I necessarily want to change my mind? I suppose it wouldn't necessarily take long to get back to this point. Keeper says yes. Beer Force says don't bother. I'm gonna side with Beer Force on this. Hello, Calinth. We don't ever get to know you. Bye. Okay, blueprint time. We'll just grab this. I will ask this, Beer Force. Is there a way to see the result of my prank? Read the structural damage report at the underground building near the portal. I don't know if I did that before. Let's take a look at it. According to the report, the investigation of the building was halted due to the acute danger of its collapse and the damage that the surrounding water could cause. Since the building had unknown historical and technological value, there was a plan in place to drain the water pockets. The legal permissions had not yet gone through, however, and it would take some time for the equipment to arrive. For now, the building was stable as long as it remained undisturbed, but for obvious reasons, no one was allowed to enter. There were patrols guarding it day and night. You know, it kind of makes me wonder what sort of construction equipment dragons have. I can just imagine, given the human chairs and stuff, that the dragons would actually, I could just imagine a big dragon sitting scrunched inside a human-sized bobcat. The mental image is hilarious. Okay, no time for a prank. B-Force doesn't know how to see the results of the prank, so moving on. Here's the portal situation again. Stuff going on, calling the police. And I don't need to visit the store or the production facility for anything, so this time I'm just gonna wait it out. In the end, I decided to wait. Investigating was difficult work, yes, but I decided it would be safer to lay low and stay inside for now. I'd gathered enough information for today. Afterwards, it was time to confront Sebastian with my findings. There you are, Erika. Bryce's chair. Could get used to it. Good job calling police when Reza did the thing. What you learned about the map is fascinating. That's all for today. See you next time! Okay, meet with Adine again. Likely going to skip through this one. Just a minute. This is where she gets injured. Hope I didn't forget anything. Something about going to the beach. Yep. Glad I decided not to send you away after all. Me too. Guess who got her entry confirmation to the stunt flying competition? Is it me? Don't be silly, Erika. I got it right here, black and white. Happy to confirm your entry. I'm in. Festival's pretty soon. Make the most of the time until then to get my skills up to par. Had to practice the best routine I can possibly come up with. Ready to see some stunt flying? Sure. Let's go then. Okay, here's where I get to skip, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Skip ahead. Should have some bandages in the cabinet. Good, I get to still do this. I was actually about to ask about this, whether skipping would still have me bandaging her up. In fact, we can't skip too far ahead because I have to give her the blueprint. I got the blueprint, right? Yep, right there. Interesting that there is a temporary item in the game like this. But I suppose I am giving the copy away. I suppose if I didn't do this meetup, I would be able to carry the blueprint between runs otherwise. Asking about Remy, and we get this story. It is definitely a sad story. Adine was there. Except not there. Didn't find out about the medication situation until after. And it's like, I could have been there. Also, she was pregnant. Gosh dang it. Life sucks sometimes. Adine volunteered at the orphanage to kind of cheer herself up. All bandaged up. Give her that map. The blueprint. Ta-da! Chance to inspect it alone. Do whatever you want. But be careful about going there, because, you know, water pockets. It's bad. So wait until it gets cleared out. Hopefully I don't wind up blowing it up. That kind of happened a few times. Well, Reza is the one who blew it up anyway. Let's see here. I don't necessarily need to meet with anybody else. Let's get some rest. In the end, decided to spend the day relaxing in my apartment. Didn't know when things would start to pick up again, so I figured it would be better to get some rest as long as I still could. Next chapter. Sense of dread, nightmare no longer remembered. We'll still see this apartment plenty more times. And this is where the hatchery is robbed. Alright, also blood test. Let's skip ahead. Then Maverick arrives because he's found out where Reza's hiding out. I'll do it. I am at least going to take the eggs to the hatchery. Adine would appreciate that. Going to meet this guy. Bye-bye. Oh. Good endings still leeching into alternate timelines. Good. That is good to know. Very good to know. Let's ensure at some point we get a timeline where Vera is not shot by Reza. I don't have the option to skip, I notice. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, for funsies. I'll take the PDA to Remy. Hello, Cos. You're not important, but congratulations on getting your character in the game. I see Emira is still all dolled up from when I painted her horns and stuff. This conversation is still the same. Although she does have to give me Remy's address. Since on this run, Remy didn't tell me his address himself. And Remy is so hyped to have this PDA full of human information. Hey, while you're at it, you should totally look at the information at the stars and stuff. You might find something interesting up there. And then I get drugged. Okay, system, I know you're not going to skip anything important, so... But I still don't trust you, so I'm saving just in case. Status is good. So I don't have to worry about a phone call then. Nothing to do this morning. Don't meet me at the police department. Not that I not mind. Alright, Adine. Oh, gosh. I'm not sure what to do right now. Possibly wind up going overtime, because I got about 20 minutes left in my stream. And I'm certain this meetup with Adine will take probably an hour. At the same time, I have not accomplished anything really since the hangout with Emira. Nah, ooh. Ah. Nah, I'm not ready to end the stream yet. Let's meet with Adine. Maybe it won't take an hour. That must be her. interesting music. I would definitely love to sit here and just listen to this song, but, I do only have 20 minutes left of stream time. Hey, Erika. Hey, Adine. Are you ready to go? Sure am. I can't wait to see everything the festival has to offer. Oh, I'm sorry if it came across that way, but I don't think we'll actually have much time to take part in the festivities. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll have to spend most of my time at the competition grounds. We'll arrive there early so I can check in and do my warm-up, and I'll still have to stick around after my performance to wait for the awards ceremony. Well, I guess you don't have to wait with me. You can see the rest of the festival if you wanted to. That's out of the question. I'm here to spend time with you. The festival is not that important. And besides, I doubt that they were able to get art for all those dragons that will be at the festival. Besides, we can always see everything on one of the other festival days. True. We could even watch the big fireworks show at the end. Yeah, I've heard about that. Everyone keeps telling me how important it is for me to see. It's not that important, but if you have the opportunity, you really should go. I'm not sure if I'll be able to attend, but I'd gladly accompany you if I have the chance. Sure. So, today's agenda is emotional support, and next time, we can take in all aspects of the festival. Sound good? Perfect. Alright, let's go then. It took a while for us to arrive at the festival, which had already begun by this point. The last of the booths that lined the way were still being set up, but dragons of all shapes and sizes were already pouring in. Instead of walking directly through the festival, we stayed outside the established paths, heading towards the stage where the competition was going to be held. New scene? No. We've definitely been here. I'm pretty certain. Eventually, we arrived at a rather large open-air area near the facility that had been roped off. At one corner of the building, a few flyers had already gathered. Maybe you should wait here while I get my number. Oh, it just occurred to me. We skipped over the scene where I gave her a nickname. I wonder if she keeps it. We previously gave her the nickname Sky Dancer? Sun Dancer? I think Sun Dancer. Yeah, Sun Dancer. Why? People might get the wrong idea if you show up in the registration line. Yeah, we don't want them expecting a miracle. I am not going to be ascending to the heavens today. Besides, they'd certainly stare and start asking all kinds of questions. Alright, I'll just stay here then. I'll be right back. After Adine had waddled off to the other flyers, I wish I'd been able to see that, I surveyed my surroundings idly. Beyond the big open-air area, seating had been provided, and I could already see a few people waiting for the competition to start. A few had even gathered on the roof of the building to watch from there. I'm back! Is that your number? She held up a piece of cloth with a large number printed on it. A few straps were hanging from it. What, this? No, of course not. This is Angel's number. Of course. Sorry for the mistake. Should I remember who Angel is? That's not a name I wrote down. Or it was Angel the name that she decided to go with. Where was my last save? Kiba says it is the name of the series, so I hope you remember. I don't think that's the case in this case. B4 says it is one of the selectable names. You know what? No, I want to give her the Sun Dancer name. Meet with Adine again. I can try. I don't know. Yes, I want to skip ahead. Visit the police archives. Kind of busy right now. Especially now. Blueprint. I'll just go ahead and play that prank. Call the police. Wait it out. Meet with Adine. Is it me? Don't skip ahead, because we're going to give her that name. What was this question? Oh, right. Sunburns. I'll just have to be careful. I wish I could do that with my feet. Let's see here. Sandcastles. You could try it if you like. Not sure you had the patience. Actually, the point of those contests... what are you asking me? Right, snack. Sure, get me that fish. What are those seashells? Hold on a sec. I'm not having all three of my options that I had before. Because I was talking about souvenirs before. Why am I not having the souvenirs option? What did I do differently? Well, I don't want to say I'm bored, so here. They're for you. For me? What for? Well, you could decorate your apartment with them or something. I see. Maybe I should ask you to clarify this, but does this have any particular significance for humans? Not really, it's just a gift. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Erika. Oh, the hunting was a good warm-up. Feel ready to start with the practice now? Okie dokie. Custom name. How about... No, not Angel. We're going with the other name. Are you sure? Yes. Sounds alright. Do you mind if I go with that? Not at all. Sundancer it is, then. Alright. Back on track. Give her the map. Going to come to the show? If I can, sure. Alright, you might be busy. Let's see if I can make it. I'd love to be at the show, though. I'll contact you with all the details. Contact all the details. That is why I missed the phone call before. Get some rest. Skip ahead. I'll do it. Eggs to the hatchery. Bye-bye. That time I could skip that. PDA to the library. Skip ahead. Nothing for me to do this morning. Don't need me at the police department, not that I mind. Seems I've got some messages. Let's see. Hey, are you coming to see the show? It's going to happen pretty soon, you know. I trained so much for this, you wouldn't believe. Probably harder than I ever trained in my entire life. I really hope you can make it, because I want to show you all I've got. Okay, now after going through that again, now I absolutely don't have time to go through the scene with Adine. So, well, we'll do that for real next time. Sorry if I haven't really accomplished much during the second half of the stream, but hey, we're set up to finish the Adine run proper. If you've enjoyed today's stream, feel free to give me a follow. I stream this every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Let's see here. Is there anybody to send a raid to? Nope, nobody I am following is streaming right now. So I will simply say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.